You know, why are you even in store? You should just leave Target. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. If we decided to leave Target just today, just to walk away, we would have millions of dollars that we would have to pay them. That will bankrupt us. So what you guys are asking us to do is like the equivalent of me saying, quit your job without a plan in place, without a plan to feed your family. I employ people.
Melissa, the owner of the largest Black-owned makeup brand sold at Target, just confirmed what I've been saying all along. People telling these brands just walk away from Target and Walmart don't realize that doing so will bankrupt them. They're under contract as suppliers, and breaching those agreements would be the end of their business. Melissa spoke out on this and had a lot to say. She pointed out that many brands that entered under DEI initiatives didn't perform well, and she held up a mirror to the critics of Black-owned brands that are actually thriving in Target, Walmart, and on Amazon. And honestly, it's crazy. These folks are out here acting like they're going to shop exclusively at Costco for the rest of their lives, completely disingenuous. Ask Amazon drivers. Over the past week, they've still been delivering to Black households every day. People get online saying one thing, but in reality, they're still shopping at Walmart and Target. Walk into any of these stores and you'll see plenty of Black people in there. So even with Beyonce's mom, Al Sharpton, and the rest making noise, all they really did was spark a wave of TikTok videos. Now, we're going to get into the rest of what Melissa had to say, but before we do, take a second to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for all updates. No time to waste. Let's jump back in.
Hey y'all, I am Melissa Butler. I am the founder and CEO of The Lip Bar. The Lip Bar has been in Target since 2017, and we are the largest Black-owned makeup company in Target. So, of course, we were disappointed, just like many of you, when we learned that they were rolling back their DEI initiatives. But I will say, even though I'm disappointed, I'm not that surprised. I always thought that the 2020 commitments were a farce. Like, anything that is forced is going to be a farce. And I think part of it is because Trump is emboldening companies to reverse commitments that they never wanted to do in the first place. And that is not just true for Target. I think it's true for a lot of companies. But I think also beyond that, and this is me being honest with y'all, I'm always going to be honest, a lot of the brands that they launched didn't do well.
She said Trump emboldened a lot of companies, not just Target, to finally do what they wanted to do all along: cut ties with a bunch of underperforming suppliers that they brought in under DEI. Yeah, according to her, many of those brands that launched during that time didn't perform well in Target. So here you have someone whose brand got into Target without DEI long before Target even rolled out those 2020 initiatives. She's been in the game and she's making it clear many of those DEI-backed brands didn't sell through. Meaning the very people who claimed they wanted these companies there didn't actually show up over the last 4 to 5 years to support them ensuring their success. And because of that, these brands took losses and Target couldn't make any money off them either. I have to admit, I'm kind of surprised she said this. I didn't expect her to go there.
Not do well. We have been in Target since 2017, and it's been a long time. In my 8 years in Target, I've seen them kick out 8 brands, not because they were Black, not because they were woman-owned, not because they were Latina-owned, so on and so forth, just because they didn't perform. And so someone asked me, what will this mean for the Lip Bar? Will this DEI rollback impact you guys? And truth is, I don't know yet. I don't know yet from a Target perspective. Right now, things are still business as usual. We are still growing significantly at Target, which is a blessing. So the immediate risk is that, if all of our consumers boycott Target, then, that will absolutely impact us. And a lot of people are saying like, well, I would rather shop you on your site. Great. Listen, here's the thing. I understand. I too am disappointed, and you have the ability to take your dollar wherever you feel most comfortable. So if you want to shop us at Walmart or Target or Amazon or on our website or in our store in Detroit, do it. But if you don't want to shop us at any of those places, I understand that too, because we do have power in our dollars. But I do want to make sure that we are aware that, by not shopping in these stores, you are also impacting the hundreds of Black-owned businesses and women-owned businesses and, brown person-owned businesses that are in these stores. So it's a really situation to be in. I look forward to understanding a little bit more about what this means across all of our retailers. Like, what does it mean at Walmart? What does it mean at Target? What does this mean at Meta? Should we be deleting this app right now? Like, what y'all want us to do? What's up?
At the end there, she even threw Meta into the mix. She basically said, y'all want us to pull our products from Target, Walmart, and Amazon, but you won't boycott Meta. She was calling out the hypocrisy, people pressuring her to pull her multi-million-dollar brand from these major retailers. Yet they're still active on Facebook and Instagram, despite Meta completely scrapping its DEI programs. So let's get this straight. Folks are doing all this complaining, but they're still on the same apps that's also not supporting what they're complaining about. They're not leaving Meta, but they expect this Black woman to sabotage her own business and leave her partners that she's doing business with. They want her to crash her $15 million brand by cutting off her main sources of revenue. Because let's be real, she already had a website, but the website isn't where most of the sales are coming from. The real traffic, that comes with her partnerships with these retailers as one of their suppliers. It's Target and Walmart making these large purchase orders. And she was trying to make that point in a way that wouldn't rub people the wrong way. But of course, she still upset a lot of folks. Some people started calling her a sellout, and they also dragged Tabitha Brown into it too, just because neither of them will denounce Target, Walmart, and Amazon and pull their products, which would essentially bankrupt their businesses as they're under contract. The Lip Bar owner had to come back, defend her statements, and further explain herself. One woman specifically took issue with her. The commenter said, "How are we defining, quote, perform? Too often, multicultural brands are measured by metrics that do not fairly reflect the market possibilities and further inhibited by poor support by retailers." And here's how Melissa responded.
Multicultural brands are being treated fairly and measured fairly in retail stores. And I can only speak for the Lip Bar, and I will say absolutely. Like, we are in Target, we are in Walmart stores, and I will say both of those retailers have been more than fair. They don't expect us to hit the same hurdles as like a Maybelline or an NYX or an e.l.f. They know that we do not have the same resources as these huge companies, but they're launching us because they think that we're filling a white space. They're launching us because they think that we can add something to their assortment. And frankly, they think that we can bring a new customer into the space. That is your job. When you are a small business owner launching into a retail store, it's because you actually have the ability to be in partnership with them so that y'all can grow together. And I think part of the issue is that a lot of founders and business owners, they launch into retail prematurely because it's cool, it's sexy. You want to see your product on shelf, you want to see your face in the store, but maybe you were not actually ready to launch in retail. And so typically it causes poor performance. But again, they have been absolutely fair to us. I want to be very clear about that. All of our retail partners have been more than fair. They are not expecting us to do more than what is deemed suitable for an actual small business. And we launched in Target in 2017 before, it was even cool to launch small businesses. I also want to be clear about that. They've been doing this for a long time. Shea Moisture launched in Target. Pink Oil Moisturizer, like, y'all probably don't know what that is. But like, they have been investing in small businesses for a long time. And I just want to be very clear about that.
Wow, she really said y'all wouldn't even know what Pink Oil Moisturizer is. I'm telling you, Melissa was way more direct with y'all than Tabitha Brown. And yes, some people didn't like what she had to say, but let's be real, the energy y'all came at Tabitha with, that was on a whole other level. And for what? Tabitha was babying your feelings. That's why I always tell simps, the more you talk like a wimp, the less they respect you. They'll run right over you. Tabitha came out speaking at 1 mile per hour, choosing every word carefully so she wouldn't offend anybody. And what did they do? Stumped her out, dragged her name all over the internet. But Melissa, she took a different approach. She's like, it is what it is. And she's calling out the hypocrisy. Sure, she got a little pushback in her comments, but let's be honest, this is nothing compared to the backlash Tabitha got. In fact, I think Melissa going this route actually made more people support her. You gotta take note of this. Ever since she went viral, calling folks out, I've seen more people buying her products. Listen, we're in a different time now. If you're authentic, yeah, you might upset some people, but you'll gain even more support that drowns out the noise. And I believe that's what's happening for Melissa.
We've been in retail for like 8 years, and so I wanted to address some of the common myths or questions or challenges to make sure that we're all clear on how retail works. So this comment was interesting. She's heard that a lot of the big companies don't push a lot of the products, so it makes it hard for basically a small business owner to win. And this is where it gets a little interesting, because a retailer might launch you, but they are not responsible for pushing you. You are responsible for bringing customers or attracting customers in the aisle, enticing them enough to pick up your product. You are responsible for driving sales in your store. All they do is put the products out. And I want us to be honest. Who is working in the stores, restocking the stores? Typically, it's like it might be a 19-year-old who doesn't really care about, your product's presentation, etc. And retailers work really hard, on that, because if the products are just in the back room, then that means that they're losing money. If a product is in store, that means that retailer has already paid for it. Target, Walmart, CVS, etc. If it is in store, they own that inventory. So trust me, they don't want their inventory just sitting in the back either. They want the manager of that store to be responsible and to make sure that they are restocking those shelves. But ultimately, it is up to the brand to create an enticing product, to create beautiful packaging, to inspire you to purchase.
Obviously, we are disappointed with Target. We have expressed that to Target. I'm not just on here making videos and not saying anything to them. That would be outrageous. Yeah, we're upset. And so as much as y'all are upset, think about how upset the brand founders are who were blindsided. Think about the fact that we are actually in business with them. Like, nope, that's not crossing anybody's mind. Like, yeah, you buy there and you love Target and you love Target and all those things, but we are actually in business. So however disappointed you feel, know that we are probably more disappointed. I also see that there are a lot of people saying like, it's wrong for brand founders to keep asking people to shop in Target. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but I know that me, Melissa Butler of the Lip Bar, we have not asked y'all to do that. So y'all don't get to just say that. Y'all don't get to just make up stuff. I literally have not said you still should shop at Target. I didn't say that. All I did was, in fact, I told you that there will be consequences to the small business owners in Target. That doesn't mean that you have to still shop at Target. Don't shop at Target. Fine. Literally, don't do it. Like, we have created distribution channels for ourselves to support ourselves. We have our website. We have a store in the heart of downtown Detroit. I understand we are all disappointed and we are all still waiting for answers. But the way that y'all are attacking Black-owned businesses right now is kind of wild. The way that y'all are saying, why are you even in store? You should just leave Target. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. If we decided to leave Target just today, just to walk away, we would have millions of dollars that we would have to pay them. That will bankrupt us. Like, I know that we have gotten a lot of press over the years, and a lot of people may think that we're bigger than we are, but we can't afford to pay an exit. If there's any inventory in Target, it's because they already ordered it, they bought it, it's technically on their books. That's how it works. It is on their balance sheet as inventory. Okay? If we decide that we are exiting, typically brands have to pay for that. That's how it works. So what you guys are asking us to do is like the equivalent of me saying, quit your job without a plan in place, without a plan to feed your family. I employ people. My team is all women, like 75% Black women. If we just left Target today, I would have to fire my team. I would essentially be closing my business. And so I think it's really, like, I know that we are in a soundbite headline culture and we don't really know how a lot of stuff works, but I would much rather y'all ask than make assumptions, because it's not nice. Like, we are out here fighting every single day so that the next brand that wants to launch or the next brand that wants to fundraise can. And like, sometimes we make it harder on ourselves. And y'all, some people will say like, oh, now she's blaming us again. No, I'm not blaming nobody. I'm just being honest as a business owner.
Listen, I'm not mad at any of them because y'all out here asking these people to stand on business that you're not even standing on. And for what? DEI programs that we're the last to benefit from? If you look at the top 5 groups that benefited from DEI, the gag is we're not even one of them. Yet somehow we let this become our fight. We let them make Black people the face of this nonsense. This is not our battle, and the hypocrisy of telling Black-owned brands to pull out of these stores while also complaining that there aren't enough Black-owned brands in the stores, I will never understand that. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this below. Special thank you to Donald G and Adrian. I appreciate you all for your support for the channel. You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.